public transit. We're comparing the amount of time it takes on the bus versus in the car. And we started off at Lane and High. So yeah, this is Gabby.
And this is, we'll be timing how long it takes because it's waiting at the bus stop until right now. So thank you, Nabiha. See you later. Now on our way to the destination, we'll talk a little bit about the mobility gap between the different areas of Columbus. We have found through research done by our own Alex Dyer, there's a staggering difference between the eastern and western sides of Columbus in regards to car ownership. Especially in a city built around the car, it's essential to have a car for your mobility around the city and around the state and the country itself. From the data we collected, we found a strong correlation between blackness and car ownership by looking at census tract data. This shows how people of color in Columbus are an inherent disadvantage to white people when it comes to mobility. We found a strong correlation, negative correlation between blackness and the mean and median incomes within Columbus in these areas too. That also provides to the lack of mobility between the different areas. Thank you, Bia.
Okay, so there are lower rates of car ownership on the east side, which is a huge sign of immobility. But we have noticed that the bus stops are a lot more frequent in the east side, but there are signs of immobility in the sense that they're less punctual, reliable, and they require a lot more transfers.
And we're on our way.
Hi! So we're still on the bus, and I'm going to go into kind of the more deeper meanings around the ways that the buses are placed. So we were thinking that a lot of the bus stops are on the east side, but we're seeing not very much on the west, and we were thinking that might be a means to segregate and keep certain people out of these more white and affluent areas and neighborhoods.
Perfect. All right, so all in all, it took us 25 minutes, 12 seconds to get down to Nationwide from where we're standing right here at Lane and High. It's a lot of time, but now we're about to go drive it and see how long it's going to take. And if our hypothesis holds up, then the mobility will be more difficult by taking the bus than by taking a car. All right, let's go. Get it.
Yay! Do you want to explain what's happening?
All right, so now we're off. We're driving in my car. We're gonna see how long it is. We're right, show them the lane. We're right at Lane and High. We're gonna clock it in, see if it, how much faster taking a car really is compared to the bus. See how much of an impact it does take for mobility purposes. So we'll see you back down at Nationwide. Good morning.
Do you want to start talking?
Sure. All right, so as you can see here, maybe I give them a little view. We are downtown at Nationwide Boulevard, and the final time is, just as we pass, let's see the clock. What time is it?
It's been 11 minutes.
11 minutes. So, just under half of the time that it took to take the bus down. So, I mean, I think just that small little example, not even having to do bus transfers, just taking one specific line, I think it shows really how much more freedom that a car can give you in terms of mobility, and when you're comparing that to a bus. So I think that's a good little comparison. I'm gonna keep looking at the road so I don't crash, but that's our findings. We found that the mobility itself is reliant on the car against the bus. Thank you. Now we're on our way to the destination. Or, sorry, I fucking.
Wait, what do I say?
Just go on the
Okay,
fly.
ready? How do you feel about the buses, Gabby?
Well, thank you to our professional correspondent over here. Back to you, Nabiha. Stopping and drinking standard too.